Hey collective, we are finally out of the Mercury retrograde shadow period, and as much as I love Mercury retrograde and the beautiful abundance of lessons and growth that comes from it, I'm so happy to be out of it. I feel a shift happening within myself already. I'm like, go, go, go when it comes to growth within myself, my business, and you probably are feeling the same with Virgo season that has just dropped. So if you're feeling drawn to get your paperwork sorted, clear out the home, just do things that are a little bit more responsible and mature. Go for it, do it. This is a beautiful energy for you to take that ride with and do some things that maybe you haven't really been interested in doing, but now you're feeling a pull and a draw towards it. All right, Spirit, what is the overall energy of our collective this week? We got Ace of Wands in reverse. Sorry, Poppy, am I smoking you out? There's a lot of failures and so coming at us. When must be needing a good cleanse? What is the challenge, please, Spirit? We got the Devil in reverse. What is the medicine? We got 10 of Pentacles and 2 of Wands. What is the outcome? The outcome has just dropped all over the floor. We've got 3 cards. King of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and a Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting energies. Ace of Wands, please, Spirit. Four of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Spirit is saying that you may be trying to avoid seeing how much your personal growth, the love and care you have given yourself, the power that you have found in yourself, how much that has impacted the world around you. It's like this is giving stubbornness, not wanting to take a moment to really look at how much you have grown, how much you have upgraded yourself. And in this, it's like, it kind of feels like I don't want to slow down and stop and look around just in case it gets taken away from me. And it can't get taken away from you. The work you have done is solid. This is like, this is giving PTSD, you know, somebody who every time they feel like they achieve a stage, like, you know, they get 10 steps forward, they get knocked 20 steps backwards. And there's a reason for that. You know that meme, how it's like, you know, life is like a dance. It's not a straight line. You're meant to go, you know, 1-2 step, basically. Like it's meant to, when you feel like you're going forwards and getting taken backwards, do a little dance with that rhythm because you're about to propel yourself far forwards. Maybe do a little spin or two, do a little cute twirl. But this is really giving that somebody that I'm speaking to is completely different person to what they used to be. And just this morning, I'm filming this on Wednesday. I'll probably air this Thursday. Just this morning, High Priestess Jess posted something about this, and I really sat there and took that in and was amazed at how far I've grown in 1 year. And what I manifested last year is here. But did I really, even though I remind myself all the time to stop, take a moment, have a look around, I still hadn't really let it sink in how much I've achieved. So collective that I'm speaking to, please look at what you were dreaming about this time last year. Who did you want to be, and how far have you come since you've been chasing that? Because I feel like I'm talking to somebody that is very similar to me, that is very tunnel focused on the big picture, and they've been very hard with themselves. And because possibly you couldn't trust yourself in the past. But the work you have done, you have grown into somebody who has healthy boundaries and that you can trust. You are not who you used to be. So trust that, collective. Trust that if you slow down for a moment and look around and really take in the growth and the distance that you have came, I want you to also look around and go, what? Now I've achieved all these things. What do I want it to look like? What is my plan for myself going forwards? Because it looks like you may still be chasing a plan that you've already achieved. So it needs to be shifted a bit and tweaked. And, this Virgo season is perfect for that. Like I said during the opening, now is the time to really do the things, the adult responsible things that you maybe have been putting off because you didn't feel smart enough, or it was just too much work, or you don't know how to organize this, or like take advantage of the Virgo wave and get it done now, because we've just had this release from Mercury retrograde shadow period being over. We've just had this release from the black moon last week. So this is a beautiful time to recalibrate what you want your future to look like. What do you want it to feel like? And what is missing? What steps do you need to do to achieve this? All right, this challenge, the devil, please, spirit. Eight of Cups in reverse. So the devil's in reverse, Eight of Cups is in reverse. We got a Four of Cups on the side. I want one more, please. Okay. I say this a lot in my live readings. It comes up quite a lot because Spirit knows that this is something I really had to work on, and so they send me a lot of people that I can show this to, because it's something that I've genuinely, personally done a lot of work on. When you have grown up in a very chaotic environment, when you have dealt with a lot of trauma, you get used to the craziness of the drama, the dopamine hit that you get from being in a violent home or just a dramatic home, can be crazily addictive. As silly as that may sound to people who haven't experienced this, it is weird when everything goes quiet and your life becomes a safe space. It's like you kind of weirdly miss the chaos because you at least knew what was about to happen. You knew what to expect. And you start to believe that you deserve that kind of erratic environment. So when we do all the work to achieve peace in our lives and safety in our lives, and we get rid of all of the bad habits and behaviors and people from it, things start getting really quiet, and it sounds like it feels boring, to be honest. But it's only because your brain and your body is used to releasing dopamine in that hectic roller coaster of environments. You know what I'm speaking about if you've ever been in a roller coaster of a relationship. Those those breadcrumbs, all of those things become addictive. The highs are so high, but the lows are so low, and that up and down motion becomes really addictive. So that's kind of what this is like. And when things get quiet, it's boring. But what you have to do to stop this patterning from happening in your life, so that you don't just go back and repeat another karmic cycle elsewhere or with the same person, is that we have to change that pattern. And to do that, we need to find the things that are healthy dopamine hits. What actually lights your world up in a healthy way? And we need to start doing those things and chasing those things as much as possible until we really, like, all of a sudden, one day you realize you're not pretending to be happy anymore. You actually genuinely are. It's like, instead of it being like something that you're trying to force and chase all the time, you look around and you're like, holy crap, I'm actually genuinely happy. Sorry, got a little bit emotional there. It's when those moments come up on you and you get to look around and realize these things, and that you achieved this and that you did it, like, but through all of your hard work and dedication and love for yourself, you truly, truly did this. It is quite a moment. So the medicine for this too is truly enjoying these moments. Oh, dude. Man, truly allowing yourself to have this beautiful fulfillment, this happiness, this joy, this trusting the people that surround you. It's accepting that your best moments are about to begin. It's not being at a crossroad anymore of, did I make the right decision? Am I doing enough for myself? It's being really happy that of the choices you have made and where you have came. We got temperance. Yeah. It's knowing that, hey, I know how to do my shadows. I know how to look at what do I do wrong, but do I know how to look at what I do right? You can't just, like, healing isn't just about looking at all the bad shit. It's about being able to embrace the good parts of yourself. So, and switch the bad shit off into good parts of yourself. If all we're doing is chasing to be better, you've just swapped one addiction for another. So, allow yourself to feel this moment of balance, of harmony, of fulfillment, of accomplishment. Because the angels are right there with you and they're so fucking happy with the way you have allowed them to guide you on this path to your highest timeline. They're so fucking happy that you're listening. Okay, what is this outcome, please, Spirit? King of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This feels like a very successful energy here, that something you have mastered something in the 3D world, and it's like they want you to copy paste it into other areas of your life. That energy of successful, hang on, let me see this. The energy of being successful and having things just flow really beautifully for you. They want you to literally, like, copy, control C on that bitch and paste that in other areas of your life, because you're finding a formula that works for you, and it can work in other areas too. It's like you were forever trying to learn this, but it feels like you've mastered something here, and it's pretty exciting. Can I get more on this, please? I've got the Empress in reverse. I don't feel like that was meant to be in reverse. I'm going to flip it. I really feel like she's not meant to be in reverse. I feel like she hit something on the table going down and it fucked it up. Okay. This is the first time I've ever noticed that there's this this mark on her elbow, and it's really funny because I have one on mine right now. And it feels like there's been things that may have been painful to get you here. Of course it has, like it is in everyone's life, but it kind of feels like this was like you did a duty that didn't really benefit you, but benefited maybe those around you, could have benefited your kids, could have been to make someone else really, really happy. And in that, you had to go through something a little bit painful, a little bit uncomfortable, maybe something even a little bit scary. But when you got to the bottom of that and to the end of that, you realize that it wasn't that bad at all. And even if you did come out with a bit of a wounding here, this has helped you show a love and a responsibility to not just make yourself happy, but make others happy too in this. And the dedication you have for that, that's not just for yourself, this is for other people too. I think this may also be what's causing this rebirth to happen. The fact that there is balance here. It's not just this is all about me and my own journey and my own healing. Like, it's hard when, you finally flip it onto yourself and you're like, okay, I'm just going to work on me. I'm just going to become a better version of me. You become focused on that. And even like when you're trying to stop yourself from being a people pleaser, and you can start feeling like you're very cold towards others. And because you've never had to have healthy boundaries before, you've never had chosen yourself so much before. But we eventually find a space where there's balance that can happen, and that's what feels like this is what's happening here. The ability to care for yourself while you're growing something for somebody else also is paying off. That you are successfully doing this, and if you feel like you're not, you are working towards that. This is an outcome. It's kind of like, even with those healthy boundaries you've taught, when you did feel like you were being cold, you were teaching others that it's okay to have healthy boundaries too, by showing them that for yourself, even in the most difficult moments. It's kind of, yeah, it's a bit of a freeing feeling too, like you may have set someone or something free from your worries or your responsibilities, and letting somebody else really learn how to grow on their own, when before you may have been taking it and holding on to that energy a bit too much as well. This feels like that might just be for a selected few. All right, let's get a closing message, collective. And I feel like that outcome that I went through different different lines of energy there. So take what resonates there. You may only resonate with one part of that. It does feel like this last part branched out into at least 3 different energy lines that I started to read. But what is the closing message, please, for the collective watching this? Breaking into bloom. I've been saying this a lot lately because it just repeats in my brain. And you know, like I shared with a very special friend today about how much when we're going through our healing journey, it feels like we're peeling back these onion layers that just make us ugly cry all the fucking time. And then we get to certain moments and it feels like we're peeling back petals instead, and we get to bloom in that moment before we cycle back around and we're back to ugly crying again. And it's especially the first few years of truly taking accountability, truly doing the shadow work. It is one of those emotional roller coasters where it's up, down, up, down, up, down. But when we have these skills and these tools that we accumulate over time, and things feel a lot easier because we can bounce back a lot quicker. Like what used to be a mental breakdown for me would take, a month's time, turn into a week, turn into a day, now turns into a couple of hours. Like I can process things so quickly now, and that is the beauty of growth and release and accountability, and not knowing how to treat yourself and being compassionate with yourself on this growth. So it's like understanding that sometimes you have to break before you bloom. All right, collective, I'm going to leave that there. I am currently doing an update to my offerings list. I have some new things on the horizon for us all, and I'm going to keep it a little down low for a little bit, but soon, excited to offer some new things to you guys. If you are looking for personal readings from me, please email me. The links are all in my description. You can also find me on TikTok, where I go live a few nights a week. I do quick 15-minute readings on there for $33 Australian. Come over there, give us a follow, and hit the notification bell on the profile, and you can select being notified when I go live or when I post something. But yeah, thank you so much. I love you. Bye.